Hi. It's been almost 2 years since, and I would like to take some time to address the apathy that we, the people not in Palestine, have developed. For those who don't know, apathy is the lack of interest and uncaring response that a person gives to something. And I strongly believe that millions of people across the globe have developed that towards Gaza, the humanitarian crisis, and the genocide that is happening there. And I'll say this, after seeing so many videos and reels of starving and injured children, women begging for us to not skip them, bodies just littering the news, dead people, journalists being blown up for doing their job, we've gotten used to it. And I'll show you how we talk about it. Oh, 100 more children just starved to death. That's terrible. But what can we do? And that's where the conversation ends. We sound defeated. In our minds, we feel like it's impossible to win. It's been a long 22 months, and we now feel powerless. And I myself have to admit that I had grown accustomed to that apathy. Back during the media high time of October 7th and the months that followed, I fully stood with Palestine. Now, when I say I fully stood with Palestine, I mean that I did nothing. Sure, when it was brought up in conversation with family and friends, I would talk about the tragedies and how horrific it was over there. But again, I did nothing. And that attitude of just watching the news carried on into my university studies. There were several protests that I could have attended myself, but I didn't. I was too busy doing my own thing, and I just became a bystander. I didn't use my own voice to help publicize any of this, even though I really easily could have. I valued myself much higher, and became a bystander. And only when Iran reared its head in June this year did I actually start paying attention myself. I had a huge interest in what Iran was doing because they started targeting Qatar, and my family lives in Qatar, and I came back for summer vacation. So when Iran sent missiles to attack Qatar, which, keep in mind, were pre-planned and completely intercepted, no civilian casualties, minimal damage, nothing happened, and it was peaceful right after. That moment of uncertainty was enough to cause such unease, and not just me, but everyone in Qatar, that I realized how apathetic I myself had been the whole time. I was terrified of that one insignificant event, and I was just letting the people in Gaza deal with that all the time. And so I told myself, no, I have to start standing up. I started donating more and started donating to a point where it's, okay, I can make that money myself. Sure, it might be a little bit weird and annoying to make that money, but that's money that I can make, and it's much easier for me to make that money than someone in Gaza. So that's a great first step. But again, it still feels inadequate. I feel so much shame in not helping out beforehand when I could have used my voice to help people. And that's what I'm trying to address today. The apathy that we have as the public outside, internationally. And that idea of just people becoming like how I was, straight up, millions of people not helping out and just having this bystander persona and leaving these Palestinians to fight for themselves because we are desensitized to them really doesn't sit right with me anymore. And that's what I'm trying to address with this video. that we, the international community, or at least many of us in the community, have grown apathetic. I know so many people have become like how I was, or maybe I still am, and are just being bystanders when we really could be doing so much more. We have left the Palestinians to fight for themselves when we have voices that can really save lives.
But it's been 2 years and nothing's changed. It's only getting worse every single day. We failed to help Gaza. We failed as human beings.
But that's where I have to stop you. You can never throw in the towel and assume that you have failed a people. You can always step in and save someone's life. Activism and donations just as small as a few dollars can truly help save someone's life. And think about it. If you can save just one person's life, that person can then go on to potentially save another, and then another person's life. Think about that chain of aid that can start with you. We tend to box ourselves in with this defeatist mentality, and we leave the Palestinians, the people who need our protection, defenseless. And I'm here to stand up against that, finally. And I just want to say that you can still stand up for Gaza. I can still stand up for Gaza. We can still stand up for Palestine. And when you do feel hopeless over Gaza or apathetic, please refill that hope with the realization that millions of people around the globe are unrelentlessly fighting. For example, just in Australia this past week, there were 350,000 people in a nationwide protest. Australia's population is only 30 million, less than actually. So that is regardless, it is an insane and astounding number. And the governments are feeling that pressure. They are starting to cave in. They've been caving in. And we just need the strength to join them and help push that final step. And it is a difficult battle. It's been 22 months. It's arduous. But that is just because of the strength of the Israeli regime. We have to fight back against it with everything that we have. And people have been doing it. We as bystanders need to help just get that last bit through. And we can do it. We can help stop this genocide, and we can help bring peace to Gaza and Palestine. And even if only one person sees this video, that is great, because that one person can see this video and be inspired to tell another, and then tell another, and that chain of aid can start. So please use your voice to be an activist. We have voices for a reason. Thank you for listening, and if you are curious, I'll put some donation links down below and also some activist pages.